So just over a year ago, I made a video on my must-have mods for The Sims 4 in 2024. So seeing as it's now 2025, I thought I'd make an updated version of that video. In this video, I'll be including some of my favourite custom content creators as well, as I have gotten a couple of questions on where I get my custom content from. So first of all, for my must-have mods in The Sims 4, these are a few mods that I mentioned in my last video from last year. I still use and love every single mod that I mentioned in my 2024 video, so if you want to hear about those, then check out that video as well. But there are three main ones that I literally cannot play The Sims without, so I felt like they were important to mention in this video too. So first mod that I cannot play the game without is UI cheats mod. I definitely mentioned this one in my last must-have mods video, but if I couldn't have mods in The Sims 4, I would basically like beg whoever is stopping me to at least let me have this one because it makes everything so much easier. So what this mod does is basically enables you to cheat anything to do with the UI in the game. So for example, needs. This is something that's really useful for when you really want your sim to get something done and they're completely moaning that they need the toilet. Literally, if you just left click on any of their needs, you can edit the levels of them. And this works backwards as well. So now my sim is in a terrible mood, but if I wanted her to just feel amazing again, I just click up here and she's happy again. And like I said, this works on basically all of the UI. So if I wanted to change the time of day, I can do it here. So it's currently 9 AM in the game. If I wanted it to be dark, I could literally just say, okay, give me 10 PM. And now it's dark. If I wanted it to be 9 AM again, it's 9 AM. But keep in mind, you can only set the time forward, not backwards. So now I've done it back to 9 AM, it's actually 9 AM the next day. And apparently now she has school, which she's not going to go to actually. Another thing you can edit with this is your money. If you right click on money, you can change everything. Same with the weather. Change current weather, you can make it however you want. So yeah, let's do one for example. Let's have it start raining. Sometimes it takes a bit of a while to kind of set in, but there you go, now it's raining. It's so cool and helpful. You can also edit everything like this too. It's crazy. You can remove traits, you can set the days of her age, you can change the character values, you can change their reputation, literally everything. It's so helpful, and I actually couldn't play the game without it. Okay, so next mod that I could not play The Sims without is MC Command Center. So MC Command Center basically just makes your game so much easier to manage. It makes you kind of in control of everything really. The best way to access the mod is through a computer. So I downloaded this lot off a gallery just for this video, so here's the computer. If you click on it and go to MC Command Center, then you have all of the settings, and this literally helps you edit things across your entire game. I don't even know. Half this stuff I've never even explored. Like, I don't even use most of this stuff. I just know it's there, and I'm pretty sure that every single one of these things is helpful in some way, but there is so much in this mod that I don't know what half of it does because I'm used to the certain things that I definitely use. MC Woohoo is like an add-on to MC Command Center, but I would never have MC Command Center without MC Woohoo, to be honest with you. This allows you to kind of mess with fertility for risky woohoo, so you can set this to enabled, and then there's like a slight percentage that your sim can get pregnant from just woohoo instead of try for a baby, so it makes the game a bit more exciting. You can also obviously decide, like, if you have a gay relationship, you can make it so they can still have biological babies. That's my favourite part of this. There's also an autosave option, which I have started to use. Every now and then I'll be playing the game and I'll get a pop-up being like, MC Command Center is trying to autosave, and it will just save your game for you, which is very helpful if your Sims game is prone to crashing. I think that probably a lot of you have that problem because The Sims is a very glitchy, laggy, crashy game. Another thing I love MC Command Center for is the ability to change outfits without your sim doing it themselves. So normally, also don't judge the outfits because I've only actually made the Sims everyday outfit, but say I wanted my sim to change to this outfit, she would have to faff about, do her little movements, check her phone. Stop checking your phone, please. See, it just takes so long. Why is she not changing her outfit? Like, it's the next thing in her queue, and yet she's just not doing it. You see, it's a pain, it's a faff. It takes too long. So instead, MC Command Center adds in a little tool to make this a million times easier, and you can do this with any sim as well. So MC Command Center, MC Dresser, oh, not copy and paste, change outfit, bam, it's done, sorted. Didn't have to do any faffing, she's just changed outfit. And like I said, you can do this with any sim. So like I could literally just go on the street. Here's my victim. I can go over here, I can MC command center, MC dresser, change outfit, and now this man is in his everyday wear. It's so helpful, especially for things like weddings. If you ever have like a glitch or something when all of your sims suddenly change into their like everyday outfit, or if there's a pool on the lot and they're just walking around the wedding venue in their swimming wear, you can change them back to formal in literally like 4 clicks. It's so helpful. And that hasn't even grazed the surface of what MC Command Center can help you with in your game. If you want to know more about the mod, I'd recommend looking at a video completely centered around the mod. Okay, so the next mod that I cannot play the game without is the more columns in cast mod. Normally, when you go into create a sim, you'd only have 2 kind of columns in where your clothes are. If you look at the size of 2 columns, that is minuscule. Like that on my monitor anyway would take up literally nothing of this entire side of my screen. Like I said though, my monitor. So this does depend on the size of your screen and your resolution. So because I have quite a large monitor, I'm able to fit 6 columns along, but the mod has a 3 column option, a 4 column and a 5 column option, as well as a 6 column one. Even I could probably fit another 2 columns on here, which is crazy that The Sims originally only gives you 2. I understand that that's kind of to accommodate people that are playing on laptops or MacBooks with smaller screens, things like that. Fully understand, but I reckon that this should just be an option in the Sims game in the first place to give you extra columns, because it takes up hardly any of your screen in Create a Sim, and it's a lot harder to find stuff. If you have hundreds of pieces of custom content, having more columns is so helpful to navigate through it all. It's just so helpful. I genuinely couldn't make Sims without it. As you can probably notice as well, my Sim is currently stood completely still. She's not moving or laughing or doing any kind of weird movements that interrupt how her outfit looks. That is the stay still in cast mod, which I don't need it. Like this isn't one of my top 3 kind of I need this to play the game, but it is definitely very, very helpful. Like it makes making Sims a lot easier. While we're in Create a Sim, I'm gonna quickly show you a few of my favorite CC creators that you can kind of explore yourself. So we're gonna start off with hair, and as you can probably tell, one of my favorites is already very clearly on the screen right now. I love 𝙨𝙘𝙘𝙞. Her hairs are amazing. They are so detailed. There are so many different styles and different kind of, they're just incredible. I am a Maxis Match girl. I prefer having all of my Sims kind of look like the style of the game. I'm not an Alpha CC fan. If I have Alpha CC, it's usually clothing. I don't mind having Alpha CC jeans and tops and stuff, but when it comes to hair and makeup, I need it Maxis Match. So, 𝙨𝙘𝙘𝙞 for that is amazing. She's also one of the only creators I've ever seen make really long Maxis Match hairs. Like this one, for example. Look at that. What? That's incredible. Usually you only really get really long hair in Alpha CC, I've kind of found, but 𝙨𝙘𝙘𝙞, she's outdone herself, let's be real. Look at these hairs. Like, maybe it's just my Sim because she's beautiful, but every single one of these hairs look good on her. Like, this one's just crazy. Some of them are incredible. Look at the little, are you joking? There's a heart inside the ties of her hair. Oh, I just can't. I love her. Please, if you want any good Maxis Match hair, check out 𝙨𝙘𝙘𝙞 immediately. Another one that I love is Miko's CC. I don't know if I'm saying it right. It's 𝙨𝙤𝙘𝙘𝙗𝑜. And they do a lot of really good hairs. Again, like, oh, the curls, they look so good. They're just amazing. And as I do love these hairs, but like I said before, this is kind of a prime example of Maxis Match hairs not being overly long. Of course, this is very long hair, but 𝙨𝙘𝙘𝙞 is just to another level. It's like waist length, which is crazy. But these are still really nice hairs that they're just so like they're like crucial things you need in your game. Like, everyone needs a good, simple, straight hair, and Miko does that. Okay, next up on the Sims 4 hair creators, one that I have another lot of is Sims Trouble. I really love Sims Trouble's curly hairs. I mean, I love them all, but the curly ones are really good. You've got some pretty kind of party curls and stuff, and you have more natural curls, things like this. Like, and then they also do really nice straight wavy hairs too. This is a creator that I love as well. The hairs are amazing, but I don't know the creator. As you can tell, a lot of the thumbnails of these hairs, they have their name here. So as you can see, if you see any hairs down here, you can also check out these creators too. I just personally don't have a lot of their hairs, so there's not much for me to go off, but every hair I have in my game I love, so check out any of these that you see. But I have so many of this creator's hairs, but I don't know who they are because they haven't got their name on their thumbnails. So if anyone recognises any of these hairs, let me know in the comments. I will try and find out who it is, and if I find it, I will make sure to put it in the description and in the comments so that you guys can check them out for yourself. But I do love their hairs. They are really, really pretty. Another really good one is Green Llamas. I feel like this is quite a well-known Maxis Match creator in the community. There's just nothing much to say, is there? Their hairs are just beautiful. There's just such a wide range, again, with lengths. You've got some really pretty shorter hairstyles. I really like this one. And then you've also got some really nice longer hairstyles. They're very natural hairs is what I would say, which I think is really nice to have in your game if you just want a few extra kind of natural hairstyles to go off. Okay, so one of the newer mods that I've kind of downloaded into my game. I say newer, I've been using it for quite a while, but not very often, but I do really love it and appreciate it. I don't know what the specific name is, but it's a mod where you can basically have unlimited people in your parties and also a longer time limit. This was very important to me during Generation 2 of my Not So Berry challenge, as my sim Cherry had lots and lots of friends and wanted to throw lots and lots of parties in her massive house. And I always kind of found that the 15 sim limit for parties and gatherings in the game is really, it's not a lot. Especially if you are living a big house, it doesn't fill the space at all. So this mod just means that you can literally have as many people as you possibly want at your parties at any given time. If I go to planning an event, then I can literally press house party, and obviously my sim actually hasn't got any friends. I don't know how she knows these people, I'm not gonna lie to you, but apparently she does. Normally it would say 0 out of 15 maximum, I'm pretty sure, but with this mod you can have up to 200 sims. It's amazing. It's very, very good. So obviously she hasn't got that many friends. She has not even got 15 to match the original limit. But if I were to start a party with these people, as you can see, time remaining is 23 hours and 54 minutes. So normally a party lasts like a couple hours in The Sims. You know, it's just not enough time to get everything that you want to be done. Especially if you're more of a storyteller. Like, for example, a lot of the times in my Not So Berry parties, I wanted chaos to happen. I wanted weird things to go on with relationships, people catching each other in affairs, dramatic stuff like that. And the 3 hours at a house party is pathetic for that. It was not long enough. But you can still cancel this whenever you want. So say you've had the party going for a good 5 sim hours and you're like, oh my god, no, I don't want this going on for 19 more hours. You can literally just cancel it, and then it's done and over with. Okay, so next mod is a bit of a questionable one, and you've probably already seen it in my game and you're thinking, why do you have Wicked Whims? Well, not for the reasons you are thinking, okay? I've discovered things that you can do with Wicked Whims that is just amazing for storytelling. Wicked Whims actually has a option to pose sims. Obviously, you also have the pose player mod, which is basically the same thing. However, the Wicked Whims version of posing is so much more kind of, you don't have to kind of position your sims as much as you do with the pose player mod. It's kind of hard to explain. This is my favourite thing to do with animations. So I recently discovered animations and I love them. You can, like I said, use this with the pose player mod, and if you are young, please just use the pose player mod, please, for the love of God. Wicked Whims, you don't need to use it to have explicit content. However, the installation and the download and the website is very 18 plus, so if that's going to freak you out, just stick to the pose player mod. But this is just interesting for anyone who wants to know that Wicked Whims can be used outside of anything kind of 18 plus. As you can see, I have a bunch of animations downloaded here, and none of these are 18 plus animations. They're all just cute little animations. So as you can see, I've chosen a couch crying animation, which is quite sad, but they're just so realistic. And obviously if you're just playing The Sims, there's not really much point in this, because like what are you gonna do, unless maybe it's for screenshots, pictures, and kind of drama, kind of fun for that. But for me, as like someone who likes to record my gameplay and wants the drama and the storytelling aspects, this is amazing. The reason I prefer Wicked Whims, the posing method, over the pose player for animation specifically, is because, as you can see, I didn't need to kind of position my sim at all. I didn't have to get the teleport any sim statue, put it on the sofa, make her pose and then it not work. I literally just clicked her and pressed on the animation. You can also really easily change the pose. So if I go back to pose, then I can find, let's see if I have any more that are on a couch so that doesn't change too much. Oh, that one's on the floor, so it doesn't really work as well. But as you can see, it's really seamless. It switches from one animation to the next, literally just like that. You don't need to cancel it. You don't need to wait for the animation to be done. In this, obviously, she'd be holding a phone prop and she is sitting inside the sofa, but you get the point. Wicked Whims also does come with the attractiveness part of the game, which is really, really fun. You can literally just have your sim be attracted to certain sims. So if you want to develop preferences, you could also develop on picked sims. So I could say, if I basically picked Akira, then my sim would develop attractiveness traits based on Akira. So that means that she would like men with black hair. I don't really know what other traits Akira has. He has some facial hair, things like that. Like my sim would then be attracted to those things, and that would relay onto other sims as well. But then again, if Wicked Whims freaks you out, you don't want to download it, of course. If you're under 18, just stay away from it. There is Wonderful Whims, which basically is Wicked Whims without the 18+ stuff. It's very good. I used to use it all the time until I discovered the pose thing in Wicked Whims. Next mod is the Say Something To mod. If I invite this guy over, he's another one of my sims. Then when he arrives, so I can literally have my sim say anything I want to him. So say she wants to say something mean. I can literally have her say whatever I want. She's now yelling at him and telling him that he smells. Again, amazing for storytelling purposes. This mod also has a way to kind of make the sims remember the things that you've said. So as you can see now, they have a sentiment that he's basically upset that we told him he smells. So sorry about that. He's hurt because we told him he stinks. Oh, he's crying. Let's cheer him up. So we could say something to cheer him up. Say something happy. Oh, he's so sad. I only said you smelled. Right, there we go. She's now telling him that she was only joking and he actually smells lovely. So hopefully now that will cheer him up a bit. I'm going to quickly add him to the family. Wait, what? Do you ever stop talking about rainbows and puppies? Huh? I'm going to quickly add him to the family so we can see his moodlets. So, he has this one, mean words from being told something mean. Taylor's heard some mean words he doesn't know how to process. And then he's just fine from hearing something happy. I'm probably going to leave this video here. I obviously only went through a couple of mods, but I mainly also wanted to focus on custom content, as I had gotten a few questions on where I got my CC from, especially my hairs. So I wanted to make sure I definitely got that inside this video. If you want to check out some more of my other must-have mods, then go and see my video from last year, as like I said in the intro, every single mod in that previous video I still use to this day. So if you want any additional mods, especially for storytelling, as that's something I'm really into in this game, then go and check out that video for some extra ones. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped you out, or maybe helped you find a new mod that you added to your game, and I will see you in my next video.